This man has never seen a sunrise. He's never seen this beautiful home that he's worked his whole life to own. But yet he's living a better life than I was at that. Early on in my journey, I'm driving rideshare. Woe is me. Life sucks. I left a really good job and now I'm driving rideshare and I'm trying to work on my health, but it doesn't seem like anything's working, and my elbow doesn't straighten and my knees hurt. And I picked up this gentleman who came out of his house. Very long story. I've told this story a million times, but the gentleman was blind. He comes out of his house and turns around, locks his doors, walks down his front steps without holding any rails. He doesn't have a cane for being a blind man. He steps in front of my car. He's in front of the garage door, and he's just, I thought, looking around. Apparently he wasn't. He was blind. But I was in my electric car at the time, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. And finally, I rolled down my window, and I said, "Hey, is such and such coming out?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, that's me." He goes, "Are you an electric car, hybrid or something?" I said, "No, I'm an electric car." He says, "Well, keep talking." And he walks up, gets his hand on my hood, runs his hand down the car, opens the back door, gets in. It's a round trip. I'm taking him to the bank and then back home. Big, beautiful home that he owns, by the way, that he tells me. Take him to the bank. Before I even say we're here, I hit the little bump going into the drive. I pull in and he goes, "Hey, is the second parking space by the front door to the right of it open?" I said, "Yes, it is." He says, "Okay, can you park there?" I pull in, put it in park. He opens my door, walks directly beeline to the front door, steps over a parking block on his way there, doesn't touch anything, goes straight in, does his business, comes straight back out, beeline to my car, opens the door, gets in. Now I'm a little dumbfounded and confused, and I want to ask him, is he blind or is he legally blind and he can see shadows? But I'm biting my tongue because I don't want to offend him. And I finally say, I apologize, I have to ask. I said, "But you said you're blind and you just blew me away." I said, "Are you legally blind or are you blind? He says, "I've never seen a thing since birth." And I said, "Wow, how did you pull this off?" And he says to me, and this was the moment, he verbally smacked me in the back of the head because I was, woe is me, poor John, poor John. And he said to me, "The moment I was old enough to realize that I was different, I decided I would not be different. Nobody would know that I was blind unless I chose to tell them. I was not going to use a cane. I learned how to count steps. I learned how to feel things, listen to things, and be as normal as humanly possible." This man has never seen a sunrise. He's never seen this beautiful home that he's worked his whole life to own. But yet he's living a better life than I was at that moment.
It's powerful.
That man was motivated.
Yep.
And his motivation was not fleeting because he built things. He built habits. He built things that made his life simple.
It's a great story.
That story was one of the many that saved my life. I owe the man a lot. Don't even know him.